Well, Honorable Mpuuga has been mentioned here. In all fairness, you need to make a rebuttal to...
There's nothing to rebut about. Mr. RUBONGOYA knows the level of fraud in which he is seated personally, and I'm not about that kind of altercation. He knows himself, he knows so well, he knows how much, both these are individuals of the party, as a party and PES advocates, what they have been doing, public funds. He knows the kind of fraud and extortion of NUP members that he has been involved in personally. Actually, if I were police, I would open an open file.
First of all, I think I need to respond to what has been said here. First of all, I did not want to, mention the Honorable Mpuuga here, because as far as we are concerned, he's in the past. It is Honorable Donga Oto who brought up his name, and I was duty-bound to respond. And he's just making innuendos, crazy innuendos. He has a case to answer before the people of Uganda about a service award that he gave to himself, when the National Unity Platform gave him an opportunity. And that is what caused him problems. I think that is something he needs to explain to the people of Uganda, than make ridiculous claims about NUP and all that. If he has any evidence, let him bring it forth. Than just make those kinds of ridiculous allegations. But like...
Yesterday, during a talk show on NBS television, the Secretary General David RUBONGOYA swept with the floor with MATHIAS MPUUGA. It was a nice debate where they had to exchange a lot of words. And the reason I'm saying that the SG was able to put down MATHIAS MPUUGA is that MATHIAS MPUUGA started debating emotionally. He's not prone in doing debates with others. He normally comes on TV alone. And the SG was able to go under his skin. In fact, for those who miss, let me first show you the tape. Here's the tape.
You've just talked about the Honorable MATHIAS who is in the studio, and everybody knows you're talking about here and all that. There was a clear issue about which we considered extremely wrong, which we considered immoral, and it was out there in the public. Everybody knows what that issue was. So when you come here and you start saying, because what are you talking about?
Well, Honorable Mpuuga has been mentioned here. In all fairness, you need to make a rebuttal to...
There's nothing to rebut about. Mr. RUBONGOYA knows the level of fraud in which he is seated personally, and I'm not about that kind of altercation. He knows himself, he knows so well, he knows how much, both these are individuals of the party, as a party and PES advocates, what they have been doing, public funds. He knows the kind of fraud and extortion of NUP members that he has been involved in. Actually, if I were police, I would open an open file to investigate that party. But we are here to discuss progression, and I hesitate to discuss the past of Mr. RUBONGOYA, because he knows so well that things that I would rather let the public eventually judge him upon. For him to engage with me personally, I don't know why he didn't come here. I saw him around here. Why did he come and sit here? Did you choose to sit away in a curtain and start speaking from a curtain? He was around here. Why did you come here to the panel? So I rather that we focus on serious matters of the party. You are very curious about the... And we believe that being a younger party, for us to float a candidate, we must apologize to the nation. That please forgive us, we have a candidate in Masaka City. Please forgive us, we are going to Aru County. But for a fact that we founded NUP, we nominated over 300 candidates in a period of 3 months. Was that a crisis? Was that a miracle? I've been around for a while, and I have a fair understanding of what it takes to build an organization.
Before I let off Honorable RUBONGOYA.
Leave RUBONGOYA alone. He has nothing to say. He knows
he has something to say. We invited him.
He should have come here to say it from here.
Unfortunately, there wasn't sufficient space, so we had a studio.
So the next time you call a baraza, call him to be part of it and speak to him face to face. Otherwise, there's no point in him hiding in the curtain to say things I cannot defend publicly. So I'd rather ignore him. But you see,
there is a sense that this whole nomination craze is opening old wounds.
Simon, let's go systematically. We are DF. The others are other parties. We have our turf. It's
but you're fishing
listen?
You're fishing from Noop's pond.
Please listen. We are a party. When we raise a flag, we raise an opportunity.
First of all, I think I need to respond to what has been said here. First of all, I did not want to, mention the Honorable MPUUGA here, because as far as we are concerned, he's in the past. It is Honorable Donga Oto who brought up his name, and I was duty-bound to respond. And he's just making innuendos, crazy innuendos. He has a case to answer before the people of Uganda about a service award that he gave to himself, when the National Unity Platform gave him an opportunity. And that is what caused him problems. I think that is something he needs to explain to the people of Uganda than make ridiculous claims about NUP and all that. If he has any evidence, let him bring it forth. Than just make those kinds of ridiculous allegations. But like I said, I wouldn't want to exchange with him because, Simon, what we're dealing with are very, very important matters of national importance. We have a nation to deliver from the mess it finds itself in. General Museveni has mastered the art of, trying to divert people, using all manner of people, and he does it best when an election season comes along. He wants to create discord, confusion, and all that, so that instead of focusing on him, you're focusing on his surrogates and all that. And we don't want to be in that kind of situation. What I can say is the National Unity Platform is on course. The National Unity Platform is striving to change this country, and it will change this country. All we are asking the people of Uganda to trust us, and you can see it across the country. The pulse of the people can be felt everywhere, that the people of Uganda are saying that the National Unity Platform is the solution, is what is going to deliver them from the mess in which they find themselves.
That is MATHIAS MPUUGA. So you clearly see that the debate was so emotional. He threw tantrums. It is the fact, okay? It is the fact. And anyone who watched that debate, you clearly see that the Secretary General was somewhat success. Although I noticed one thing. One of the person who was on the panel was Honorable Sam Junganda. I've seen Honorable Sam Junganda on how he knows, on how he debates. In fact, one of the greatest debaters on the opposition side, there are two. Namboze and Semuju, they know how to debate. They know how to attack, they know how to withdraw. When all this was going on, Honorable Sam Junganda sat on the fence. He never went for NUP, he never went for MATHIAS MPUUGA, so he was like a big boy in front of them. Because he never wanted to engage in the battle. And trust me, even when in some debates you want to engage in a battle, even against NUP, knows how to do it. So Sam Junganda was a masterclass in that debate because he knew how to handle the things. To show you that MATHIAS MPUUGA replied with emotions, even went ahead to attack Oshabe, one of the panelists on the talk show. In fact, this is what happened.
Honorable MATHIAS MPUUGA is being so unfair to the public of Uganda for having concealed information about how the fraud the Secretary General of NUP makes. Yet when NUP found that he has a fraud in his office, NUP came out and told the public that there is a problem here. And unfortunately, Mr. Honorable MPUUGA failing to explain that, he's saying that also the RUBONGOYA.
Will you ever get over this?
I'm just clearing.
Okay.
I'm just asking Honorable MATHIAS MPUUGA to come out and be fair to the people of Uganda and clearly say these are the messes RUBONGOYA has made. Then you will have helped us who are in National Unity Platform to appreciate and know this is true or wrong.
Earlier, urging the opposition, even with numerous points of disagreement, to find reason to congregate and raise a joint platform to be able to speak to the nation with one voice about what needs to be done. And we did our best. We visited parties, we wrote to parties, trying to appeal to common sense And this did not really arouse the curiosity of parties at what is to be done. Again, as the team leader of the DF, we advised colleagues in the different platforms to prioritize electoral reforms, to be able to have a chance to contest and even make further inroads. Now, what we hear now from all platforms from the opposition are cries in the wild. There was time, there was chance, and any talk of there are those we are speaking to is deception. And I hesitate for anybody to rise on a national television to say that, you see, we are speaking to people, when actually, like the Honorable Samja said, you are actually abusing everyone. I heard one of the leaders in one of the opposition platforms say, whoever is not holding this flag is working for the NRM. And I said, come on.
To be precise, that was Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi.
And I hesitated to imagine that is this comrade in his right senses? But it is him. Probably that is their imagination. So the opposition in this season has a huge challenge.
So
to
it's
show
the opposition now pitting itself against the opposition.
Well, Simon,
you seem to have lost focus on the big ball.
Certainly. I had one of the panelists in the curtain say that he has had people expending a lot of energy on the NUP. The NUP has actually been expending energy, resources, and their little capacity on individuals. And how much time has been lost in these small petty contests? And which is why I even hesitate to respond to the Honorable Oshabe, because I advise him to keep his peace, because he knows so well that at my level, I know so much, but I'm an adult. There are things as a leader to say, well, that time will judge. I cannot go speaking on every microphone about what I know, what I have seen.
You made accusations.
That makes...
You pointed to the party being a fraudulent outfit.
You know, Simon, that's why I say when I make that, God makes self-introspection. The person I choose, God make introspection. Find out what's going on with you. And you see, the opposition needs to understand that at no one time shall we be in agreement about everything while trying to crawl back. When I propose reforms with my team, we're not saying that we shall have the entire reforms. We actually call them crawlback reforms, crawlback legislation, an opportunity to try and give ourselves a chance. 2 days ago, the Electoral Commission announced delivery of 60,000 biometric, machines. Questions the opposition should have raised years ago. What is this? Where is the law? What is their involvement as actors? So when you hear people cry in the wild, when actually they had a chance to do something, it is the other meaning of political deception. And I think we have reason to worry about the future.
Honorable Dungo,
but let me say this, Simon, because we don't want to make half-hearted statements. The opposition has a chance to show cause why we should be trusted. But for the people of Uganda watching this space, where you see the opposition fighting about positions of parliament, councillors, mayors, simply elect the right person from the opposition, because the business of regime change is just starting. And the colleague saying it's over, I think again is deception.
That is Mathias Mpuuga. So around that debate, Mathias Mpuuga lost it because questions that the people have always been asking were put to him on the floor. Some of these people, most especially on the debate yesterday, they came out to put NUP on the cross. Yet they have opposition parties. If NUP was able to field over 230 members of parliament, you cannot castigate that there are some constituencies where you never field, yet you also own a political party. That cannot be the same. Okay? So as the opposition should learn, we must work together where if it is possible. But also, even if we don't work together, we must put NRM as our solitary goal to put it out of power. Of course, as my opinion remains yours truly, Mr. Makinde, Kabir Sulaiman Mawagari, the next MP for Makinde East constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.